Let's go, baby, to you to the 305. Let's make it happen, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it's all about in the building. Let's ride with it, man. We in the building, man. Shout out to everybody in there. The Canes pull off a victory. Not what I anticipated. I said this was a statement game. I wanted them to beat them at least by 18. Well, shout out to Coach Coop. I didn't win the $250 for my score prediction. I said 38-20, and I was looking good until they took that doggone kickoff back. But let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. A couple shout outs to a couple of people, man. We were in the locker room watching the game on the Discord. The members had a good time. Shout out to Brother Jay Blaze, Bird, Chris. Everybody's in that joint. Even E. Brown was in there watching it on his black and white TV. So shout out to everybody in the building, man. T. Hines, how you doing? John Hancock in the building. Brother Jay Blaze, Kenneth Tongue. Failed to land the haymaker after that kick return gave them life. It sure did, man. Special team, big plays on special team. Definitely will give a team like block punt, block field goals, kick return, punt returns would definitely give a team life. J Mo's in the building. Appreciate you, Shaw. What's up with you? Let me see, Jamal. The juice. Put me in, coach. All you got to do is put a jersey on, baby. You in the game. Ain't no pressure. All right, there, J Mo panel. Everyone in the guru against us now. Hey, man. Omega Red. That was a fumble. Hey, Omega, we're going to have to talk, dog. Sound like you hating on the Cane. Still Cane in the building. The juice. What's up, man? That's what I'm talking about. I'm hooked on that Cane juice in Kai, which should have probably said I'm hooked on that cane juice in Cali. That let you know how strong the cane juice really is. You can't even spell no more. That's what I'm talking about. P-Lo. Shout out to P-Lo, man. We 7-0 in this thing. Them boys say 5 Gidry, man. No. Come on, man. Y'all, God damn, boy, y'all tough, boy. Anyway, I know I'm just teasing, man. You know I'm teasing Omega Red. Appreciate you. But anyway, let's get this thing rocking and rolling. You know, as always, I'm going to run down the box score right quick, talk about some of our players, and then we definitely going to open up the phone line. I already got Warren Kane back there in the back. That boy, guess what? He got the number program because, look, it ain't even on the screen right now. So shout out to Warren Kane. You know, he a true fan around here. Cam Ward finished the game 21-32 for 319, 4 tubs. Tyler So was 31-51 for 342 and 4 tubs. Damian Martinez finally had a big, huge run, 12 carries, 89 yards. Still didn't break that 100-yard mark, man. Mark Fletcher put some work in for 13 carries, 73. And A.J. Allen came in, was a breath of fresh air for the Canes in the building, man, giving some big plays, some good runs, and keeping that thing rocking. Shout out to Sam Brown receiving 3 catches for 125. Restrepo, old Winchester, old reliable, 7 catches for 101. And Jacoby George, 3 for 43. Mark Fletcher was 4 of 26, and so forth. Ja'Cory Brooks led the Louisville Cardinals, or plucked Cardinals, 6 catches for 107, and Chris Bell had 5 for 77. While their running game was all right, Isaac Brown had the big run right there, 9 for 56 and 1 touchdown. Think about this. His longest carry was 43 yards on that touchdown, and we only gave up 13 more yards after that run on him. So we kind of had him locked up, man. But again, Louisville hit with big plays. And right now, everybody's on the defense. Everybody's on the defense, and rightfully so. So is Coach Hayes. The good, bad, and ugly is going to come out, and it's probably going to be pretty lengthy. So we might be around the 35, 40-minute mark on the good, bad, and ugly, because I really want to dive deep into this one. And when you look at it from a defensive standpoint, we gave up a lot of big plays, okay? I believe also we live and die by the man defense, and these coordinators are getting better. These offensive coordinators are getting better. They understand how to manipulate this man defense, and if you just come out showing it clean and proper, they're gonna manipulate it. And these receivers are better. They are good. They catch the ball extremely well. So, in my opinion, just looking at it, not analyzing it, but just looking at the game, Lance Guidry has to do a little bit more disguising, right? And he also has to try to get home. I know in a lot of this, he was in the 30 front, bringing the extra guy that only brings 4. Last year, we brought a lot more Maui Noah, the linebacker. That made the 5th. That's why I believe he led the team in tackles last year, because he was also getting in the backfield, had sacks and so forth. And we don't bring him as much anymore. And I think that's big, a huge mistake. Don't have to do it all the time, but we got to create more pressure, because shout out to the Louisville offensive line. They did a good job picking up stunts, twist, all of that kind of stuff They did a good job picking stuff up. We did get some pressure. I don't know how many sacks we had in total on him. I don't have that stat particularly right now. They don't have it queued up just yet of total stat. Usually do the defense afterwards in that sense. But anyhow, like I said, man, when it came to the Canes, a great win, right? And this wasn't by the hair on our chinny chin chin in the sense of a last play, something that was going to be detrimental to the, us losing the game. However, we did make it very interesting and very entertaining. My goodness, we made it very entertaining. And this is not really what I wanted to see because I wanted to earn our respect. Louisville was down by 7 points, was on their sideline jumping around. To me, that's what I'm talking about not taking the heart out of their chest. You down by 7 and you feel you have the audacity, the ludacity, the cardacity to be jumping around. No, sir. I want you on the sideline cussing each other out. Man, it's your fault, man. It's your fault why we did this. Man, stop throwing interceptions. Stop fumbling the ball. And they feeling like, oh, okay, we good. And then there's times we played a little soft on defense in regards to De'Ani Hill. De'Ani Hill, he got to get in the mix. You ain't that big a dude. Get around those legs. Stop trying to get these big boys up top, man. That Bell dude ain't no little cat. He's not a little cat. And shout out to Tyler So, I guess that's how you name it, Sugg, or however you say his name. I call him Tyler Loser because they just lost. However, shout out to him. He was delivering some good passes, even though he missed 20 of them. However, he did deliver some good passes out there and made us pay for them when we didn't get home with the pressure and with the pass rush. So we got to do that. When it comes to the run game, their total run game, they only ran for 106 yards and out of 6 ball carriers. So I'm not really tripping. I'm really not tripping. 106 yards. We had 219 on the ground. So again, these players are good. These players are better. The offenses know how to manipulate. So with that being said, we're going to give up things. Don't necessarily like it, but that's what it is. Oh my God. Prime, Mr. Prime 39773. Fly the plane for the decoy. Oh my God. I'm going to let you live. I don't know how to respond to that right now because I feel you. I understand you. I ain't mad at you, Mr. Prime. I understand you. I'm not mad at you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $10, man. I'm going to let you live up here for a minute with that. He said, I'm tired. Don't be tired, dog. Don't be tired. We 7-0, dog. We 7-0 right now. Huh? Juan Emmanuel says, why did we kick off the ball short today? I believe there was a face win when we were, remember, first and third quarters, we were kicking the ball short. Second and fourth quarter, we were kicking them in the end zone. So apparently there must have been a face win in there and the ball was getting hung up. And so therefore, that's why I believe those balls were short. But as a coaching staff, I'm glad you bring that up. As a coaching staff, we have to understand that. I'm not sure. I don't know how to say this. If I'm the special teams coordinator, I'm like, Coach, listen, bro. We kicked off a couple of them. They had some good returns. I'm scared they may pop one. Can we pooch it? Pooch kick means you're kicking it very high where it's not really returnable. They can't really set up a return. And then they get the ball still on the 20 because we're not getting it in the end zone. So they're getting the ball on the 25 to 30 anyway, but it's not returnable. It's not a returnable kick because it has so much height on it. All right. It's kind of a kick punt is the best way I can describe a pooch kick. And just the return was bad. And once they did that, and I've been in many games, seen many games, once you get a special team score, once you get a special team like a block kick, whether it's a block field goal, block punt, the momentum meter goes from your side to the other side, and you have to do something as a team to get it back your way. Has to be something big and dynamic, not just driving it down the field, but you got to try to kill that momentum, and it happens all the time. Let me open this up to get the line started. I know y'all want to do it. I want to stick to the 2 minutes as you guys call on in and everything else, and we'll definitely chop it up and talk about it. But Mr. Prime for the $10 says, fly the plane and decoy. Oh, my God, not fly the plane. Don't fly the plane. Let me talk some offense right quick before I get into these calls. Matter of fact, clap it up. We got 305 in the building. 305 people watching right now. Let's go, baby. 305 people. The U, 305. You see what I did there? The U to the 305 right there, baby. So y'all clap it up for 305 people in the building right now. Big win, big win. I'll say this offensively, man. We still look poised. Cam Ward, I don't know what these other people are going to do the rest of today for Heisman, but Lord, and not just because I'm a Kane fan, he's consistently good. He's consistently doing things. No interceptions today. Made great throws. Got out of the pocket when he needed to. Got out of sacks when he had to. He's just a leader on this team right now. A leader on this team right now. A leader on this team right now. And the team believes in him. You can tell that. And one thing I love about him, he's locked in. He goes sit down on the bench, get that I just call it an iPad, Microsoft Surface, whatever it is, and he's on it right then. And you never see him anywhere else right there. He's right. He's either looking at that or he's talking to the coordinator, right? And that's a guy that's locked in and he's all on it. Martinez, I'm glad to see he had the game, but I'm still kind of in my feelings about Martinez and the type of runs he gets. You can't tell me a guy that just had 1,400 yards last year can't be successful this year with this team. I think it's the type of runs he's getting. I think he's a guy who is a 45-degree runner. He's not a get the ball, shoulders are parallel to the line of scrimmage. He's not a jump cut guy. He's a downhill one cut guy. And that's what's super important. That's what's super important. Shout out to Angel in the building for being a member for 6 months. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. And like I said earlier in the pregame show, Mark Fletcher, Damian Martinez, from a body's perspective, look very similar. Not the same, but similar. That doesn't mean their running styles are similar. They have two different skill sets. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. There's a totally different skill set between the two. You can't give them both the same playbook, if that makes sense. So I think if you get Martinez running 45 degrees off tackle, counter plays, counter trays, where he can make his decision, where he has three-way outs. He can either bounce it wide, right? He can break it right up there, or he can bend it back against the grain. But when you give him that inside zone where his shoulders are square, he's either here waiting for it, and he has to kind of slide. Once he slides, he's lost his forward momentum. Then he has to get going. But once he's on this 45 degree, it's like a downhill running. Or if you ever seen Canadian football, where the guy goes in motion, he's already running. So once he's on this 45 degree track, he's already in motion, if that makes sense. So he can either break it outside, bounce it outside, he can break it straight up to go, or he can even bend it back. And I think that's the type of runner he is. I really do. All right. Speaking of Rivers, right? Shout out to the Juice. I like the change they made with Rivers. Shout out to Shad in the building. Rivers made a change. They took him from the tackle, kind of put him at the guard. I thought that was a good move by them and good call. And y'all clap it up again. Mario took a knee in his joint. Mario took a knee. Mario took a knee, baby. That's what we're talking about. All right, here we go. Big wig cleaning for the $9.99. I'll give you a penny. Let's make it $10. Realistically, we are a 2 to 3 loss team, so we're currently overachieving, where I'm cool with. I'm here for it all. With a playoff berth, all bets are off. Just get there and let the chips fall where they may. Now, I will say this. I'm going to make a very unpopular opinion. Phone lines, I'm getting to you. Don't hang up. Stay with me. Right now, listen to me carefully. I know this may not be popular. I don't want to be Debbie Downer or a dark cloud. But right now, if I have to look at longevity, I know I shouldn't say this, but I am, and I'm going to leave it alone. Right now, we're not playing championship football. We're not playing championship football. I'm sorry. We're not. Playing very good football, but not championship football. And we got to be able to break down some of these big plays and these big busts. All right. That touchdown they had, I got to analyze it. I looked at it. It looked like the corner played off, like they were going to run a wheel route. He was worried about the real wheel instead of the post. And Tyler, so I guess how you say his name, hit him right there for the touchdown. There's a lot of things I go with. But right now, we're not championship caliber football. Florida, when we play Florida, I said championship caliber football. Because I said, man, we own it. And then, of course, FAMU, shout out to HBCU, Ball State. Yeah, I get it. Then we got to that VTech. Like, ooh, Cal. Ugh. Well, USF, first quarter. Then we wiped them out. I said, okay, we good. VTech. Cal. Ooh. Now we here at Louisville. Look good. Gave up play, whatever. And then we start letting them come back. We got to tighten up.